With with this video, we are going to start a new series on data. We have already covered Cosmos DB in huge depth storage as well, but this series is all about Azure Synapse. So in order to understand Synapse in detail, this is the very first video where we will try to understand data warehousing and the benefits of running warehousing in cloud and how it differs from on-prem. It would be more like ELT versus ETL process. When we run, or we were running, let's put it this way, on premises data warehousing, it was more like the extract, transform, and then load kind of process. But in the cloud, it is recommended and people follows extract, then load and transform as per your need because of the obvious cloud benefits. So with this video, let's try to explore a little bit on data warehousing, and then we'll see the benefits in the cloud. All right. So if we need to understand what is data warehousing for the beginners, this video is for absolutely beginners who don't know and they want to know what it is. And from the next video, we'll exploring the tools and the resources provided by Azure. We'll explore the Azure Synapse. So data warehousing, well, it's a process for collecting and managing data from various sources to provide a meaningful business insight. This is the technical definition. Or you can simply try to understand this is the process by which you collect the data from various sources. For example, if it's an organization, CRM, supply chain, billing, accounting, even the different kinds of data like Excel or flat files or emails, you put it at one place and you run some kind of transformation or cleaning on that data. And then you keep that data smartly or in a smart way in a special kind of DB, which is called SQL data warehouse or data warehouse. Okay. Now, data warehouse, where data is arranged into a hierarchical groups often called dimensions, facts, and aggregated facts, and presented in a clean format with filtering, slicing, and dicing capabilities. Now, the question is why we need to do that. Why we need to collect all the data from different departments in the different formats, put it somewhere, and then work on it, transform it, filter it, and then kept it somewhere. Well, I'm pretty sure you all know the answer. Data is information. And if you know how to work with the data, you would have the insights. You could predict, for example, weather, right? You could find out what your customer actually want, because data insights will give you the facts, what is actually happening in your environment and where should you put your money to make your organization better, things like that. So in a very layman language, we can simply say data has a lot of information if you know how to play with it. And to play with it, you should know how to transform it, filter it, and then with the help of tools like Power BI, you can do a lot of combination, permutation, and get the meaningful insights that you can use to make your organization better. All right, so this is a very brief idea about the data warehousing for the people who don't know or who are coming or are absolute beginners. So what we can do now, let's go ahead. Let me share my screen. This will help to keep the knowledge in mind pretty well. Mind maps, I enjoy creating it, and it helps to keep the information intact for a longer time. So let's try to find out what are the benefits of running warehousing in the cloud. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now. And this is data warehousing. I just wrote it here. Why cloud is the best place of running uh, this process? Well, we all know keeping a huge data at some place and running processing on it requires a big processing power and huge storage, which is the USP of cloud, right? If you want this at your traditional on-premises places, then you need to buy a lot of stuff, which requires a lot of expenditure, and you don't even know how, because right now it is data until it transforms and gives you insight, you don't know, right? So, and you don't know how much you need to buy, right? So the very first benefit of data warehousing in cloud is no large expenditure. Okay, now when you, as I said already, you run it on premises, you need to buy a huge hardware, and then you need to uh, create a team for its maintenance, right? Managing and maintenance requires a lot of efforts, people, processes. But in cloud, this is a PaaS service, which is platform as a service, and you can only work on your data, not on the hardware. So no hardware or maintenance of the hardware required. That's a very important point. You can focus on your work or business rather than focusing on the hardware. Now, the third is another USP of cloud, which is scalability. Well, we all know cloud is known for the scalability, but if you're talking about the on-premises or a traditional way, you don't know, right? And if you need to scale, you need to go and purchase the hardware again, and you don't know whether you need that hardware anymore. So this is again the obvious reason for the cloud. Now one more, and you'll again, this, we all know about the cost, but here is something interesting. Cost is another factor. Why? Because all other reasons that we have wrote down till now, plus this one, which is in cloud, we have the cost for storage and compute. These are different. So that means if you are not running any query or any insights, then you can pause your compute. You need not to pay for the compute, right? So this will save you a lot of money. But if you talk about the on-prem, you have purchased it already. So, you know, it saves a lot of money for you. Now, if we talk about cloud, there are so many services which can be integrated and help you get the better insights, and it comes by default. So it's a seamless integration with the another cloud services, which would be an immense benefit for advanced queries. Uh, Now, one more thing, as I said, advanced queries, so just hit me up. This cloud provides MPP functionality, which is massive parallel processing. This drastically enhances the processing time and immensely beneficial for the advanced queries. On this, our cloud warehouse works. Massive parallel processing. We'll talk about everything, all these things in detail, including MPP in the upcoming videos. Now, these are the few benefits that we have running their data warehousing in the cloud, and I think that's enough for this one. So if we summarize our video, what we understand a couple of things in this video. The very first thing is what is data warehousing, then why cloud. We also talked about a little bit ELT and ETL. We will get this process in detail in the upcoming videos, which is very important as per the architecture perspective, also with the discussion with the customers, and in order to understand the actual process. All right, so I hope this video is useful for you. Well, thank you for watching, and let's meet in another video with some more details on Azure Synapse. Thank you. Bye-bye.